There was a recent rendition of Shakespeare in the Park featuring a reimagined version of Caesar. This version of Caesar would transform Julius Caesar's character into Donald Trump. Considering the assassination scene of the play, many people found this objectionable. Considering the political climate, too, pushing the envelope in this way would encourage more hostility from both sides. The right will be angry because this further normalizes violence against them, and they will respond with greater hostility toward their political foes. The left will see this as an act of courage, displaying disdain and rebellion against a system that they dislike, generally speaking, of course. Even though I disagree with what they were doing, I also disagree with the disruption caused by rebel reporters Laura Loomer and Jack Posobiec. Unless their demonstration poses a physical threat, they should be able to express their First Amendment rights. I won't defend their artistic taste, as this is as bland as an artistic move as one could make. It is important to note, however, that the play resumed about a minute later, compared to when Black Lives Matter protested Milo's stage and took over, and they were blowing whistles into microphones for quite a while. I think it's a little bit different, even if it's kind of the same thing. Perhaps this was a publicity stunt, perhaps not. I don't think it matters, though. Either everyone's right to speak is available or no one's is. There is no wiggle room for hate speech in there. We have to hold ourselves to our own standards, at least. As for far-left, control-left liberals that want to encourage violence against a sitting president, this is not new at all. People that are commonly called celebrities, but typically known as useful idiots, have been calling for violence for a while now. There is an article here that lists 15 different celebrities that have called for violence against Donald Trump himself. We've got Mickey Rourke, Marilyn Manson, the guy from Everlast, just a bunch of F-list celebrities. The list includes mostly irrelevant one-hit wonders, various artists that, if I would guess, are doing everything they can to remain in the spotlight. There is a level of truth to what Jack Posobiec said at the Trump Caesar play. He shouted out that the blood of Representative Scalise was on their hands, accusing them of normalizing violence against Republicans. I would be inclined to agree with that sentiment, even if it was a bit of a stretch. And even now, people on social media are praying for Scalise to die, accusing him of white supremacist values. These people are more ruthless than the people they accuse of being hateful could ever hope to be. And maybe Scalise is a white supremacist, but we've reached a point where everyone has been called that lately, and I can't in my right mind investigate each person that is accused of this. It is time-consuming, to say the least, so I will assume this accusation is 100% always bullshit. So here's a quick look. I'm going to let it scroll down pretty quickly, but this is the article I was talking about. I forgot where I got it from. I think it was Breitbart, actually. It was Breitbart linked to another site, and I used that source site instead of Breitbart. That's what it was. But tons and tons of liberal celebrities calling for violence against people they disagree with. This isn't anything new. It's been happening in the last year or so, but it is escalating, and escalating quicker and quicker every single week. I keep thinking I'm going to run out of things to talk about, and at this point, I've mentioned this before, I worry about flooding your subscription feeds with videos of me just talking, because there's so much to talk about. But I try to keep it at a maximum of 4 videos. I shoot for 2, and then sometimes I do 3, but I try to do no more than 4, even if something crazy happens. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the video there, so thanks everyone for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm getting better at that YouTube shill outro. Man, I remember trying to do that like a year ago. Was not having it. One thing I'll never tell you to do is, well, I guess I'm about to say it, but sarcastic, smash that subscribe button! I just fucking hate that shit. I don't want to fluff my own ego, but that is just not my style, to tell you to like and subscribe and all that bullshit. Look, none of that means much to me. Like I said, I read the comments. I've said this before. The like-dislike ratio is indicative of the traffic that comes through, as far as I'm concerned, because we live in a world of 2 narratives, and people confirm their bias. So when I see the like-dislike ratio at like half, it just tells me that, oh, more people on the left saw this than usual. But I look at the comments to give me insight. Say I fuck something up, or I have an audio problem. That actually happens a lot. The first thing I do is look through the comments. And I try to be as active as I can, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'll end the video there before I ramble on for the next 20 goddamn minutes. So I'll see you all later.